For this assignment, we'll use the OpenRefine to clean our data. For that, we'll first choose our file. Here's file. We'll open it, then press next. From the top right corner, we'll create the project. Here is our data. To see the whole data, because we do have only 26 rows, we'll select the 50 columns. So we have our whole data here. Firstly, we'll remove these 5 blank columns because we don't have any information here. For that, we'll do edit column, then remove this column, and repeat the same process for the all remaining columns. So we have removed all the blank columns. After that, we'll remove this first row because we don't have any responses here. It's just written responses, so we don't need it. For that, we'll start the row first. Then we go to the all menu and facet by the star. In the true values, there is our row. We'll just remove it by edit row and removing the matching row. Remove. After that, we will split the start date and the end date columns into the 2 columns because we can see that here we have the dates and the time. For that, we'll go for the start date first, edit columns, make it into the several columns. So here we don't have any space or the separator to separate the 2 columns. So we will use by field length. So for that, here we have to count each characters from the starting to end and up till which we want to split. So we have like 10 here, and after that we want to split, and after that we have the 9 characters. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. So it's split it in the start date and the start time. We'll do the same process for the end date. Right field and the same chain and the 9. Okay. We have splitted it. Let's rename the columns. This is the start date. It's just start date. Just remove the 1. Here we'll write the start date. Just end it. And it. Okay. For the next, here only we have this 2 columns which are interrelated to each other. So we can see that if the person has done the academic integrity training, then only they have answered this question. If the answer is yes, and what type of the training they have done, voluntary or the mandatory. So in this column, we can see that here we do have the blank column, but for the next column, we have the volunteer. So we can assume that it's the yes, then only they can answer this question. So we'll press edit. And just will write the yes and apply. Same for this column. Here in the no column, everything is blank because that's not if they press the no, and because of that they didn't get this question. So we'll just write not applicable in that. So it's more easy for us. And will apply to all the identical cells. So it will apply to all the blank cells. We have this 2 duplicates column here. It's the same column. And overall, we can say that it's the same answer, but first we'll check that if there are the same answer or not. And for that, we'll do the facet and we'll do the custom text facet. For that, we'll use one formula to do this, to compare the both of the column. It's the same question, so we can copy this. Just paste it here. Then just we'll press the OK. We can just rename this column to make it more easier. Just write X here. We'll just do the same process again. Just copy this. And then we'll do the facet custom text facet. And just use this formula. This. And we'll just put this here. and here just write X and press OK. So here we have our sort. In the false, we can see that for the three of this, the answer is not same. But here we can assume that the first answer given by the responder is the true answer. But the second answer for the same question, it can be just repeating questions. So we can just remove this column. Next, so we can see that we have so many blank space here, blank cells here. So we can assume that the responder has not answered this question or just skipped this questions. So we can like just write not answered here. For that, we can do it from here, transform. And for this, we can use this formula. Just write not answered here and just press OK. Don't want for this column, so we'll just do that and just press OK. So it's done. In all the blank spaces are filled here. Okay. So now at last we'll just check the formatting of these things. The facets and then text facet. We can see we don't have any space here. Yeah, we don't have. We'll check this one. We don't have. Yeah, we have here the space. We'll just remove that space. And all looks good. We'll check for this two as well. Facet, text facet. Here we do have space. We'll just remove that space. And same here. We'll check this one as well. So our data is cleansed. So now we can use this data. That's all.